Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan, and we're giving out draft grades since the draft is now over. A lot of anticipation for this, and it seems to be building and building every year. Love the attention that it gets because it's only really just now getting the attention I've personally been giving the NFL draft for decades. But we're going through the AFC East on the Jets, and hey, guess who called it? Quinnen Williams. Everybody called this pick. I get it. It was a foregone conclusion from the beginning that Quinnen Williams was going to fall to this spot, and the Jets were going to be, well, stupid not to take him. Putting him next to the other Williams that you have in the other Williams' defense, it's going to be very good for them for the long haul. With what they've done in the free agency period, getting C.J. Mosley, the middle of that defense is now nasty. And that's very important in Gregg Williams' attacking defense to have a solid middle of the defense where everybody else off of the edges from any direction, they can put pressure on the quarterback whenever they feel like because they have a stable core in place. So that's very important for the scheme. They're strengthening a strength at this position, and it works very well for them long term. In the third round, they went with Jachai Polite. A lot of people had him falling because of the performance after the end of the college season. If you just look at game film, this guy is a early second round, late first round pick. But he gained like 20 pounds and tested really poorly because of it. So this is a risk. But if you can get the guy to stop being so fat and buy into the system, he's going to be great. Okay, he did great at Florida, and again, it's a matter of motivation at this point with this guy. So fingers crossed for that for you Jets fans. They finally addressed the offensive line, which was their biggest need, but they did not go with the middle of the offensive line, which I thought was more important for them to address than the outside of the offensive line in Chuma Edoga, tackle out of USC. This guy did not necessarily live up to his billing out of high school during his college career. And another kind of wait and see, hope he pans out kind of pick. And but I love what they did in the fourth round with Trevon Wesco. The third and fourth round tight ends between Knox and Wesco, I actually think are going to develop extremely well. You look at their film, it's a matter of opportunities that they got. So Wesco, in the system he played in, he did show the ability to both block and do some solid route running. He's got good hands. He just did not get the kind of opportunities to show out like the Iowa tight ends did. And I think he would have been more highly regarded if that was the case. Also, Wesco does not have the football pedigree yet. He's relatively new to the game, and I think he's a developmental project. He has a great deal of upside, and I'm personally not very happy that the Jets drafted him as a Bills fan. I don't like to see players that I really like go to teams that we're playing against twice a year. But yeah, I think that he was a very good pickup. Also, in the fifth round, they got Blake Cashman, linebacker out of Wisconsin. That added to what you're already doing on defense this off-season between free agency and the earlier pick in the draft in Quinnen Williams is fantastic. Cashman will develop into a starter. And that's all you can ask for. I mean, out of the fifth round pick, get a solid starter, that's going to be great. So maybe not his rookie year, but by year 2 or 3, he'll be acclimated to the NFL, and he'll be a solid contributor on this defense for a long time. After that, they got Blason Austin, corner out of Rutgers, which, I mean, he's an afterthought. He'll be a special teams contributor. He'll be a depth corner, but if you get down to him playing this year, I'm sorry, okay? Literally any receiver and quarterback combination will figure out that they can just pick on him all game, and he'll be a huge hole in that defense. So I hope for you Jets fans' sakes, that he never actually makes the field, because that's just a sign that the rest of your team's doing terrible. But yeah, overall, based off of the picks that I liked and the picks that I didn't, I gave the Jets a C. Everybody on the planet called the Quinnen Williams pick, but I was part of that group, so whoop whoop. And yeah, give me what you think the Jets should have done, because a lot of you, I'm sure, are going to go with middle of the offensive line, which I obviously think they should have gone for, but never really thought they were going to. Yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. Keep the conversation going, and check out the remaining great videos for the rest of the division.